I learned JavaScript in the worst possible way and it took me years to master it. Today, learning from my mistakes, I will show you the best way to learn this language in months or even weeks. Ready to start? Whether you are a seasoned developer looking to expand your skills or an absolute beginner just dipping your toes into the pool of programming, this video is perfect for you. As you may know, JavaScript started as a scripting browser language, so let's start from the front end. Today, you can choose mainly between this. Stop creating new framework, please. Okay, just joking. Let's say that we want to start with React. It is standard, is awesome, and is not scary as it looks. But remember, diving straight into React without prior knowledge of JavaScript, it's like trying to drive a Ferrari without knowing how to ride a bike. Spoiler alert, you will crash, just like I did. Jokes apart, the correct roadmap is simple. You learn JavaScript basics, you learn all the front-end section, so DOM, event manipulation and so on, and only then you learn a library or a framework and its own ecosystem, which is usually huge. For each step I will give you a few options, like a book or a course. For this first section, one of the best books I came across recently is this one. JavaScript from beginner to professional. If you're starting now from scratch, this is probably one of the best resources that you can find. I really like it since each time a new concept is explained, you will find the theory and a lot of exercises. When it comes to coding, in my opinion, understanding the theory and putting it into practice as soon as possible is one of the keys to success. After all, theory without practice is like, a car without gas. Bonus point, they also have a Discord server, so if you're stuck or if you need any help, you can just ask to the community. Coding is always better together, right? My advice to take the most out of the book is to take notes in Markdown, create a new Git repository and just put everything there. So you learn something new, you create notes and then you make exercises. If you don't know what Git is, you can just check the link in the description below. Not a book person? No problem. This Udemy course is the perfect for you. With 68 hours of content, this is pure gold in my opinion. There is a lot of theory, exercises and much more. You will find, of course, all the links in the description below. Please keep in mind that both the course and the book are focused on JavaScript, so I think you should learn at least the basics of HTML and CSS. In order to do that, you can just go on Udemy and search for HTML, CSS. You will find tons of courses, just pick the one that you prefer and buy it. Or even you can start with a free course on YouTube. There are a lot of great free resources on that. Alright, now that you invested enough time to learn the language, you made a lot of exercises, I think it's time to go with TypeScript. So TypeScript is a superset of JavaScript. This means that you will have all the JavaScript features plus other features that will help JavaScript be ready for enterprise applications. I actually learned TypeScript with the TypeScript handbook and it helped me a lot. In one day I was already mastering all the TypeScript core features. I still have a lot to learn about TypeScript, but if you want to learn just the basics of it, the official handbook is enough. If you want to buy a Udemy course for that, understanding TypeScript is the best option for now. Now then, the final boss of the front-end part, React. The new React documentation is impressive. I think it's one of the best documentation I have ever read. But if it is the first time that you came across React, probably this course is the best way to get started. I didn't buy it actually, but I think that the instructor is one of the best instructors you can find on Udemy right now. This time I'm not going to advise a book because I think that the React documentation plus a good book plus a lot of exercises, YouTube videos, blog and so on is everything you need to success. What about backend, you ask? Well, if you already have a good JavaScript knowledge, this will be way easier. You can just pick a framework and start with it. There are multiple frameworks out there, and I will not tell you what I think is the best framework. I would say, since this is your first experience, the best is to use something that is really standard, broadly used from the community. Because I already know that you will find a lot of problems during your journey. And if you're using a framework which is widely used from the community, you will probably find a lot of solutions on YouTube, blogs, Stack Overflow and so on. So our choice to start is Express. One of the best courses to learn Node.js and Express is this one right here. You will find 42 hours of content, and just by looking at the presentation it looks really promising. One book about Node.js that is on my reading list is Node.js Design Patterns. I didn't read it right now, but I will buy it as soon as possible. A lot of people told me that this is a great book, so let's give it a shot. If you want to become a full stack developer, I think that learning at the same time React and Express is pretty much a good idea. You can create your custom backend, your custom frontend, and they can just communicate with REST APIs. In this way, you will create a full stack project from scratch. I personally believe that using roadmap.sh can be a good way to understand if you missed something in your journey. It is such a useful resource and can be used to validate your knowledge. If you find a term or a concept that you don't know or don't remember, you can just Google it or click in the box in the roadmap and you can find a description. And this is the best way to learn JavaScript today. But wait, there is more. Now let's say that you have a basic knowledge of JavaScript, TypeScript, React and Express. You probably already built a few toy projects during the courses or using books. Well, I think that is really important to create at least one production-ready project to showcase your potential skills to an employee. I created a video with a really complex and hard project to build, divided into 10 levels like a video game. If you want to become a Jedi of JavaScript, I suggest you to watch it, try to create the project. It is 100% free, and at the end of that video you will find the free resource that can skyrocket your career. What are you waiting for? Watch the video project.